jersey. Made to put in work, I don't think they really heard me like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Ain't no stopping me, ain't no topping me, I am up.
Coach, thanks. We're about 12 miles south of the future home of the Chargers at the current home of the Chargers, and that's Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Houston Texans and the Los Angeles Chargers. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. This is taking you to 13.
But that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Check, Queen 80, block 11! Hey! Hey, 4-1's Mike, 4-1's Mike.
A first down throw here for Rivers. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Throwing, Rivers. It's his running back, Melvin Gordon. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
3rd and long for Rivers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down, threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary, incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Spud! Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29.
Rivers to throw for it on 4th. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the 50, it's Watson. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Will Fuller, nobody there to stop him. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. Watson just beating the play clock. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know the fans are thinking right now, I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Melvin Gordon, the two-time Pro Bowler. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it's going to be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the Grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around. Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And the Texans scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Y'all playing the wrong football.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the 19-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Play action for Miller. Now Watson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Now, you got a young quarterback. You know, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Texans.
Set. 19. There. 24. Back. Check. 24. Check. Slam. Deuce.
Watson with a give to Miller. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Kill. 29.
Here's Watson now on second down. That complete to Lamar Miller. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First down, Houston.
It was a solid check down there with pressure coming, wasn't it?
It was, because you're trying to go through your progression, and when you have that type of pressure in your face, it changes what you're doing and how fast you have to do your reads, and able to come back and find him in open space. That's a really nice play.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Target. Check 13.
They'll go with a draw. Watson hands to Miller. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his second touchdown on the season. And the Texans have taken the early lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
6-0 our score after one. Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. That'll be taken in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Reminder, coming up later tonight, a lot of buzz about this game. The Browns, they've been doing some travel. Back-to-back primetime games for them. Monday night they were in New York. Now the Browns head to Los Angeles to take on the NFC champs, Browns and Rams, an 8:20 kickoff Eastern time, 5:20 in California. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are an extra point away from moving out in front. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Watson will bring up the Texans here first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They begin with a run by Miller. Miller with first down and more. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. 36 yards on the play. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. On the handoff, it's Geis. But he breaks through another tackle. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Darius Geis, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans have retaken the lead. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And coming off a one-play drive, it was so deflating for the defense. What's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Rivers. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
Hey, Charlie.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. Throw to the right here to Gordon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
50, watch the slant.
Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
To throw is Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. The sack there by J.J. Watt.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
And now out comes Houston. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They start on the ground with Geis, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. A tale of 2 extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. Completion left side to Miller. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it 3rd down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, here's Watson. Flushed out right. Powerful running. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
Complete to Lamar Miller. Out of bounds at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Watson off play action. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Chargers on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Rivers. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
These two offenses have gone up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on 3rd down.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
$14 seconds, all that's left to this first half as they come up on 1st down.
Down, coming. 49, guys. 55. Big strong truck. Big stop.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
We coming off that.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Another timeout.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Second half begins with a run from Miller. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Faking the give. Now Watson. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Will Fuller was the intended target. And now it's 3rd down.
And 7 yards to go.
He's set. 19. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Open the court.
Off of play action, it's Watson. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the 3rd quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. Returning, it's Benjamin. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 37-yard line.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 37. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Rivers to throw this time. And this is incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting at 50% thus far.
Certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. The Chargers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Load it. Load it. Alpha! Hey, Orbit. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. I got wide. I got wide.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The Chargers were best in the NFL, 7 of 8 on 4th down last year, and they're going here.
Cluster. Mike 29.
They're indeed going for it. It's Rivers. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Texans take over an excellent field position.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the safety creep. Check 52. Set. Check it again.
Now a give running left is Geis. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Off the play fake. Watson steps away. He can run for it, and he will. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the 1st.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
Jim. Check 4. 54. Sponge. No. Alert flare.
On 1st down, this is Geis. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check 26. Hatchet. He's crying loud. He's checking. 31.
Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Desmond King making the tackle.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Texans on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. What is that? 19. March 49. I hope you brought your reps because I'm about to take you to school. Check. Crouch. 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 24's down. He's coming. 24. Watch this.
Geis, they'll try to run it. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. 54. 49, 49, got it. 49, 49. Here we go. 24. Let's go.
Here's Watson off the play fake. Forced out to his left. And this will be a touchdown. Deshaun Watson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead.
Touchdown city, baby.
Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone.
Get ready, get ready.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10, right at the 30. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Phillip Rivers, no stranger to 4th-quarter comebacks. He's led the Chargers back to victory 26 times coming into this year. But work to do here if he wants to add another notch to the belt.
You gonna say, hey, 79, 79.
Here's Gordon. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Bravo.
The Chargers go here. It's Rivers. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up. Alert, alert. Go.
10th carry now for Lamar Miller. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
That's what I do. Slip. 31. He's coming. 24. He's coming. Double up.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one. Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
Tighten up. Tighten 9. Check 43. And 25.
They'll hand it down to Geis, and he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling, and this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this 4th quarter. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
All day, dog. He's coming. We got double up.
Here's Watson. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Set. 19. I'm coming. 26. And 59.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Chargers' 7-yard line.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Check. Watch safety screen. 26. Safety screen.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Again, Geis And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so, because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You look at the geography of the field, right? Where you are, that's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal?
Watch the whip. Check three. Line is up.
They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to fourth down. Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on fourth?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And that miss should just about write a finish to this one.
Yeah, they needed 2 scores, and they needed that field goal there to be the first one and still give them an opportunity. But now, with the time left on the clock, I think this one's about finished.
Here's Rivers. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Throwing, Rivers. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was trying to hit Melvin Gordon there, and that'll bring up second down.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here, because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the fourth quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Rivers. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Texans, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will head back home next week.
Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off. Each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop. Don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down. Hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. And I don't need you to okay it. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown.
They can't take it to 10.